Welcome to Sparrow Vision with your host, Dr. William Sparrow.
Thank you. I am your host, Dr. Sparrow. Welcome to Sparrow Vision Studio. I want to tell you a little bit about me, why I am the way that I am. Let me first tell you, this is not a pity party. I don't want anybody feeling sorry for me. This is just me telling you why I am the way that I am. When I was growing up, I was nothing but skin and bones. I mean, hardly weighed anything. I was bullied and picked on for most of my school life because I was so little. Bigger kids would find me an easy target because I was so little, didn't have anybody to help me, to be there for me, to teach me how to fight and take care of myself. So I was always picked on. When I started getting a little bit older, I started taking better care of myself and working out. Starting to get muscle and a physique. When this happened, I said to myself, I'm not taking it anymore. No one is going to push me around. No one is going to bully me anymore. Growing up, I seen gunfights between mom and dad, actually shooting guns at each other. I would take my brother, run, and hide in the other room until the gunshots were over. Now, either they were bad shots or really didn't want to hurt each other, but they never got hit. They were locked up several times for this, for the brawls they had when they were younger. Like I said, I'm not telling you this to be a pity party. I'm telling you this because people have said, why are you so hard on the outside when the inside, you're a nice guy? And I tell them I'm a nice guy to those that I want to be friends with. If I am your friend, I am your friend 100%. I will not talk about you. I will not go behind your back. I will be there for you because I know what it's like not to be able to count on anyone to have your back growing up. I've had a brother and I've had a sister. I was the middle child. And it seemed like I was always the one that got in trouble or got left out. There were times where I even wake up and the first thing I ask, did I do anything yesterday to get in trouble with today? Before I would start my day. That's how bad it was. Don't have pity on me. This is me telling you my story. When I started gaining weight and got to the point to where I said, I'm not taking it anymore. I will not be bullied. I will not be someone's punching bag. Now, when I was 18 years old, I was out back of my apartment building kicking a football. This man came out of his apartment and said, can I talk to you? And I said, sure. I went inside the apartment. He said, you see that girl right there? And I said, yeah. He said, leave her alone or I'll kill you. I don't even know who she is. I've never seen her before, never talked to her. He said, well, I'm telling you now, you don't talk to her, you don't do anything, you leave her alone or I'll kill you. I'm at the point to where I'm done. And I looked him straight in the eye, you don't threaten me. You want to do something? Go outside. I'll be right there. And I did. I went outside and I waited and I waited. Now, when the girl's mother got home and found out what happened, she came out and apologized to me. And I said, look, I don't even know what's going on. I never even talked to your daughter. She goes, well, her name's Kathy. I looked at Kathy and I said, you know what? Do you want to get married? I'll marry you. Her mother said, you will? And I said, yeah. Because he said, leave her alone, he's going to kill me. I'll marry her. How's that? She said, well, she turned 16 in 2 weeks. I'll sign the papers. 2 weeks later, we got married. True story. Didn't know this girl, didn't know nothing about her. But because her stepfather threatened to kill me if I didn't leave her alone, that's where I am. I'm not taking nothing from nobody anymore. You want to threaten me, you bring it on. I don't go out and look for trouble. I don't. But I won't be back down anymore. I will not be put in a corner anymore. Now, me and her, we had 3 children together before we got divorced. We didn't love each other when we got married. I think that's what the problem was, why we had so much problems in our marriage. But that's all said and done now. 2 of my kids, she's turned them against me. I haven't talked to them in decades, and I do mean decades. My oldest boy lives with me, and I've asked him several times, was I abusive to you? And he would always say, no, you were hard, you were strict, but never abusive. And that made me feel good. I never want to be abusive to any of my kids. Only teach them love, respect, and be there for them when they needed me. Let me say this, if you got kids, I don't care if you're the mother or your father, if you got kids and the parent has done nothing to these kids, don't turn them against them. Let them love their kids if they want to be there in their life. Let them be there. Don't hold nothing against them. Don't talk about the bad things in front of these kids. Let them make the decisions for themselves. And I'm saying this if they've done nothing to the kids. Just because you're mad at each other, don't use your kids as pawns. I love my kids dearly, and I miss them dearly. I wish we could have a relationship, I really do. But things happen the way they have. Now, like I said, growing up, I've seen things that kids should never seen. I've seen bar fights. I've seen guns pulled out and used. I've seen people shot. I've seen people thrown from 2-story windows because they were drunk and got mad at each other. I had a guy threaten to break both of my legs just because he didn't like the way I looked. He sent people to break my legs at the age of 11. The only thing that saved me was when they stopped me on the street and told me that this guy sent them to break my legs. They said, how old are you? I said, I'm 11. And they looked at each other, we can't hurt this kid. We don't know him. So they told me, watch your back because he don't like you. I'm like, why? I don't even know this guy. He just don't like you. Fine. Be that way. I don't care. That's why I am the way I am. I don't care anymore whether people like me or don't like me. I try my best to be the best person I can be to anyone. But yes, I do have a hard shell on the outside. But on the inside, I'm a very kind, gentle person to get to know and be friends. But do not take my weakness. Do not. My kindness goes a long way with me. But do not take my kindness for weakness. It won't happen. I've been backed into a corner way too many times. I've had guns pulled on me. I've had people threaten to kill me in front of my face. And I've been right there. I didn't back down. I won't back down anymore. I'm not a badass. I refuse to be classified as a badass because I'm not. I joined the Army. The Army taught me to never be a bully, to be a protector and protect those who cannot protect themselves. That's why when I tell you, if you are my friend, I am your friend, and I will be there for you. I will do everything I can for you. If you can get past my hard shell and get to know the real me, don't look at the outside. The outside is full of scars, troubled life, and just a hard time growing up. But get to know me as a person, as a friend. I've been married now a lot of times. I struggle, I have demons. My demons, sometimes they win, sometimes I win. But that's part of me. That's who I am. Like I said, I'm not looking for a pity party. I'm telling you this so you'll know who I am, why I am the way that I am. My nickname is Bad Attitude. And yes, I do have a bad attitude. It comes out more times than I can want or imagine. Sometimes it scares me. So, before you start bullying somebody or looking down on a person by the way they look, trying to get to know a person, trying to help people when they need help. Well, that's my story. I want to be the one to share it instead of somebody telling you the way that I am. Thank you for listening.